Hey guys, Rick Hong here. We're at Sony Picture Studios for your consideration of The Good Doctor.
Autism. Difficulty in communicating.
He's high functioning, he's capable of living on his own.
Difficulty in using language and abstract concepts. Does it sound like I'm describing a surgeon?
He's breathing. He saved his life. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Shaun Murphy. I'm a surgical resident at San Jose St. Bonaventure Hospital.
Pilot season, upfront season is crazy. It's like I want to know, so I want to know like how your journey was for this show from the time that like you read for it and then getting the pickups and.
Right. Well, I mean, it's always a long journey. I think getting a series, the whole process of going from studio to network and all the kind of little things along the way. But you know, this was a show that as soon as I read it, I knew, wow, this is an amazing project. This is going to go far. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be a part of it, but ultimately, wouldn't that be great? But I knew it was something that I identified with, that if everything went my way, you know, this is something I would really love doing. But what are the odds to get on to David Shore, you know, project like this, which was honestly the best script of that year and a lot of the previous pilot season years before that, which I'd always been very active and seen everything, but never felt the way I felt when I read this part.
Dr. Shaun Murphy is so representative of so many people who are outside, you know, neurotypical society. So I think that's what people really respond to, and that we just need to take better care of each other. That sounds rather trite in a medical show. It's like, got to take better care of yourself. But I think it really is a testament to what, you know, Dano De Kim and David Shore really want to put through in terms of story. And it all centers around a young Dr. Shaun Murphy, but that Shaun Murphy is in each and every one of us.
Well, I know that autism thing is personal to you, and I know that I'd heard you say that you had a lot of choices before you picked this project. But knowing it's such a hit, do you feel like I picked the winner?
Well, I always ask myself that question. I never get a complete answer from myself. Yeah, I think I made the right choice. I still get to do some of the other shows like Counterpart and Ballers, and the hiatus will have done 3 movies by the time I'm done. So it's nice to be. I love variety, and it's one of the reasons why a network show is daunting to me, because, you know, as you remember from The West Wing, it was 10 and a half months and 80-hour weeks. Not as difficult for me on this show, but that show was very demanding and had no time to do anything else except on rare occasions. So it's a good mix for me. It's nice to do a show that people respond to, that the writing has quality, and that I have actors to work with that challenge me, and we have respect for each other, and they're good people, and that's a gift, and I'm grateful for that. But I also like to run around and have some variety.
So what do you look forward to next season for your character? Because your character's so nice.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd like to see more of her family stuff. They kind of started introduction of Claire's mum and her relationship with her mum, very complicated one. I'd love to see a little bit more of that. And I'd, you know, like as David has been doing really nicely through the first season, kind of the way Claire's relationship has developed with Shaun, and you know, there's a sort of a trust there and a real friendship there, and I'd love to see more where that goes, you know.
I think we've been lucky that as a main character, Shaun has been allowed to grow and to change considerably over this first season. Usually, I think with procedurals you want to keep the same thing again and again, but Shaun's journey has necessarily been a large one over the course of this year, and ABC have been really supportive of that.
How hard was it to try to play, like to play a person with autism? How hard is that for you?
I think it was the most challenging role that I've ever taken on, and required the most amount of research. And you sort of have to be bold and make decisions early on and stick to that. But I just feel very lucky really to have been able to portray him.
So do you feel like is the weight kind of lifted from you knowing that this is such a hit show? Like that you're doing something right?
Yes, it's sort of, because we film in Vancouver, we're sort of tucked away a little bit in a bubble, and so it's hard always to gauge exactly the level of response. But yeah, having a second season, and I think more importantly, having had, you know, such a positive reaction from those in the autism community has been incredibly meaningful and inspiring as we look forward to season 2.
And I love watching you. It's like, how do you find that brilliance? I mean, ever since you were a little kid, I mean, Finding Neverland, I mean, like Bates Motel to now, I mean, like, where's it come from? I mean, you're so good.
Thank you. I mean, I've been lucky with the material. I mean, on this, so much of Shaun was already there on the page, and David Shaw is he's a brilliant man and human being to work with, but he's also a fantastic writer, and we wouldn't be here without him.